soon. Monday also once. Thank you. Now allow me to invite Benjamin to lead us in the opening prayer. Then others, I will get back to you. Benjamin, lead us.
Oh Lord, we thank you for this day. And thank you for our teacher who's going to teach us. Oh Lord, may you give us your wisdom and understanding to understand what teacher Joel is going to teach us. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Benjamin, for leading us in the opening prayer. Friends, I take this opportunity to welcome you once again to our Edify e-learning project. Edify is the organization that is bringing to us this opportunity to learn while we are in a lockdown. You know very well, we can't get to school, but with the funding from Edify Uganda, here we are. We are to have our lesson in English. The theme of Edify Uganda for this year says, every child deserves to learn and flourish. So with that, they are doing whatever they can to see that we are live on Zoom and streaming on YouTube. Edify Uganda works with other partner organizations. There we have Christian School Owners Association of Uganda, which does the work of mobilizing. Are we together? It organizes this program to reach to us. Thirdly, or secondly, another organization now, that is ITAU, which is the ICT Teachers Association of Uganda. This is the organization that is implementing this program. We are so glad about the team from the three organizations, and I'm happy to be working with my admin, Mr. Wamono Mike, in the background to see that everything goes on well. So both of us are ambassadors in the three organizations. So with that, friends, if this is your first time to join us, you are welcome, and I would request you to get to the chat where we shall share with you the links to help you join Google Classroom, WhatsApp, and if you need more, you will get to the website of the Christian School Owners Association. All this will come in the chat room, so please take a minute to reach there, read the messages there. On Google Classroom, it is where we upload the work, lesson notes, and activity. And as I speak, it is there. According to the timetable, it's time for Primary 3 Literacy 2 with Teacher Joel MALUMA. In today's lesson, we need to look at natural causes of change in the environment. In case you want to speak to me after the lesson, not now, my number is on the screen and the email address. You may take a screenshot and get back to me after. So without taking much time, last time we had an activity in form of quizzes. It was a Google form which had quizzes for you to answer, right, using your device. There was no need of writing in the book, but just in case you wrote in the book, or in case you failed somewhere, here are the corrections for that activity of lesson 3. Number 1 said, mention any 2 layers of the soil. So among the layers of the soil, we have topsoil, subsoil, or it can be top layer. We can call it top layer. Then subsoil, gravel, and the stones. We can have those ones written down. But this is what we looked at. I believe you have this lesson, the lesson notes. Number 2 said, which layer of the soil is good for growing crops? That is top layer. Sorry about the word soil. Let's call it top layer. Number 3, name one layer of soil that make up the parent rock. There we have 2 layers that make up the parent rock. We have gravel. These are small stones. Then we have the stones. This is now a real rock, a bigger one, leave alone gravel. So these 2, gravel and the stones, together they make up the parent rock. Lastly, number 4 says, how are stones useful? This one needed us to give only one answer, but I gave you 3. 1, or number A says, stones are used in construction of houses. B says, stones are also used in construction of roads. And lastly, C says, stones can be sold and we get money. So that is what we looked at last time. I believe you are now okay with this activity. So in case you failed somewhere, something, you may make correction. Meanwhile, I need to remind you about about joining Google Classroom, where we share all this work from. So allow me to take you to what is new for today. Today is Tuesday, 28th September 2021. You may have this written in your book. Write that in your book. And then write the title of our topic today. That is natural causes of change in the environment. We need to look at natural causes of change in the environment. Have this written down. Then I explain more. For our learners who are new on this program, I need to remind you of the platforms that we use. Be writing as you listen to this important information. So we are here live on Zoom and YouTube, but we may not get enough time to write each and everything. So I will be allowing you to write a few important things. Then in case you miss out something, you will go to Google Classroom and upload, or you download. You will download these lesson notes and write whatever you may miss out. Because time may not allow us, we have just 1 hour. And I would like to hear from you. I'm here to facilitate. So it is you to do most of the contributions. I will be getting back to you. So now, I believe you have finished writing. My first question is, when I talk about natural causes of change in the environment, what do I mean? Is there somebody who has an idea about this? Hey, I need to check. Among my friends whose hands are up, I would like to hear from you. Let me start with my friend from Kasese, a word blessed Mumbe. May you please tell us something you know about natural causes of change in the environment? Mumbe. Ewa? Yes. What can you tell us when you hear that word or the statement, natural causes of change in the environment? What comes into your mind?
Reproduce.
I beg your pardon?
They reproduce.
Oh, you've talked of reproduce. Okay, thank you. Now this is what I want to say. Thank you, thank you. These are changes which happen in the environment without man's influence. They happen naturally according to God's setting. So when we talk about natural causes of change, we know very well what environment means. Someone to tell us, Amar Abigail, what is environment? Then I explain very well this. Amar,
Yes.
what is environment? Amara?
The environment is the surrounding.
Good. Environment is the surrounding of man. So everything surrounding man makes up what we call environment. Among them, we have living things and non-living things. So, Abigail, thank you so much for helping us here. Now, among the things that are surrounding man, they are affected in that they change. Okay, so the causes of change are two. We have those ones which are natural, and then we have those ones which are artificial, or we can call them man-made, human causes. Are we together? So today in particular, we need to look at natural causes. The things that happen naturally and bring change in the environment is what we need to look at. So from today onwards, when you hear somebody or when you hear me talking about natural causes of change in the environment, I mean the changes which happen in the environment without man's influence. So these changes happen naturally according to God's settings. We just see things happening in the environment, but when we have no idea on how to control them, I give you some minutes to first note this down. Let us write natural causes of change in the environment, then add a statement saying these are changes which happen in the environment without man's influence. They happen naturally according to God's settings. Write that one down. Then we move on. On the line, as you are writing, I see my friends who are on. Yeah, the number is big, 89. I would like to hear from each of you, but time may not allow us. If I'm to give every person, even if it's 1 minute, it goes beyond the 1 hour we are supposed to spend here. And so far we have used 12 minutes. So for those ones who would like to talk to me or to participate in the lesson, you will have to raise up your hand. I want you to be good boys and girls. When we are learning, don't move up and down. Don't get to the chat room and start sending irrelevant messages and emojis. Be good learners. Listen attentively. Some of you, I'm told by your parents, you play. Then you start, after the lesson has ended, you start asking your parents, Mommy, what did teacher say here? Daddy, I did not understand this. What did teacher say? I'm not teaching mommy. I'm not teaching daddy or that brother or sister helping you. I'm teaching you, my friend. Hey, so please be a good child. Pay attention. If I call upon your name, I will ask you to unmute. Then you share with me. Okay? And I start considering those ones whose hands are up. When you hear me asking something that you can answer, you are free to raise up your hand. So let's move on. I believe you have finished writing this. Now, let's look at examples of natural causes of change in the environment. Since you have got to understand that these are things that happen without man's influence, those changes, what do we see? Bringing change in the environment without us contributing. Mile, Nachteng, I start with you. Mile, tell us something you know that brings
Yes, please, teacher.
and we talk of in the environment that happens naturally.
Yes, please.
So you did not hear my question. I'm talking about changes that happen naturally in the environment.
Examples.
For example, I give you number one. We have floods. No one goes and pour that kind of much water that comes and sweep people's property and even take people. For example, what happened in Kasese. So this is a natural cause, a natural change. Now, what else do you think?
Heavy rain.
Okay, good. Heavy rain. Thank you for trying, but it's correct. We shall look at it in another form. What else? Okay, let's hear from Nkonge Shukura. This is your first time to raise your hand. Give us one example of natural change.
Lightning.
Very good. That we say lightning. Say lightning.
Lightning.
Aha.
Lightning.
Wonderful. Yeah, lightning is one of the natural causes of change in the environment. When it is going to rain, you will see a certain kind of light, okay? Then it goes off. That is what we are referring to. Thank you so much, Shuhara. Okay, next, let me get to a boy. Is Philomena a boy or a girl? Okay. Ajangole. Philomena. Give us one more. Philomena.
Yes, please, teacher.
Yes, give us one example of natural causes of change.
Thunder.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We have thunder. This is so great. I'm going to write all of them. I'm going to write them. With thunder, when it is going to rain or when it is raining, there is a certain kind of sound that you hear from the sky or from the clouds. That is thunder. Okay, thank you. Namale Precious, give us one example of natural causes of change. Namale Precious. Precious, are you there? Okay, let's hear from Dorcas. Yes, Dorcas. May you please give us one example of natural change? Dorcas, are you there? Oh, I can't hear from my friends. All right, let's add on. Let's move on now. I give you these examples. We have earthquakes. You know earthquakes? You may not see with your eyes, but at least you've ever heard of people talking about earthquakes. With earthquake is a natural cause of change. There is a story which I've ever heard, the story of is it Walumbe? a man who went underground and he failed to find his way out. Okay, so I'm told that when this man is down there trying to find a way, wherever he tries to beat on the walls down there in the cave, then the world keeps shaking. So that earthquake that keeps shaking in different parts of the world causes problems in some countries. We are so blessed that for us here in Uganda, we get minimal problems. For example, women who are pregnant, some of them get miscarriage, but in other countries, buildings collapse down, floods fall down, killing very many people. So this is a natural cause of change together with the floods, which I earlier on talked about. We shall keep writing as I explain, but first you listen to understand it very well. Then you write whatever you finish understanding or whatever I finish explaining, you can write it down. We have landslides. Landslides. With landslides, this happens in hilly areas, mountainous areas. For example, our friends who are in Bududa and in Bundibujo district, those places have got mountains, and when there is a heavy downpour, what happens is that soil from top of the mountain will get soft and begin sliding off from the top of the mountain. So as it slides off, it keeps burying people and destroying their property. So this happens naturally due to heavy rains in hilly places. Number 4, we have lightning. Which one of you gave us? Lightning, as I earlier explained, it mostly happens when it is going to rain or when it is raining. Lightning goes hand in hand with number 5, which is thunder. So at first, you will hear that sound, that is now thunder. Then you will see light. At first, you first see light because light travels faster than sound. Then the sound comes. So the two move together, lightning and the thunder. These ones happens naturally. No man contributes to their happening. So we just see them happening within the environment. But some people can even die. Actually, 2 weeks ago, there is a friend in Tororo called me when he has lost a friend whom I did not know, but this person was struck by thunder. So these are also dangerous to us. They happen in our environment, but naturally. Are we together? Next, let's talk about hailstones. Hailstones happen when there is too much rain. At first, the clouds form up, and if it takes long to rain, time comes, rain starts, but you will see sort of snow in the rain. And it destroys property. If animals are left outside in the rain, they suffer because these are like real storms coming from the sky. But these are clouds that fail to turn into real water, the droplets that you receive. Because a cloud condenses and forms up something like snow up there in the sky. Then later it melts and it starts raining. So we have hailstones. Next, we've got storm. Storm, this is strong wind that comes blowing and can break trees destroy crops and property. For example, houses can blow off the roof. So no one goes and set storm. It just starts naturally. Next we have drought. Drought, this is a period of long dryness. That means without water, without rain, it keeps shining for a long period. And by that, it means vegetation. The plants begins to dry out. When the plants dry out, what happens? Animals have no pasture, have no grass to feed on. Water sources dry out. Even us, time comes when we have no food. So this is also another example of natural change. I'm about to finish and show you something which happens here in Kampala. Lastly, allow me to talk about strong wind. There is a slight difference between storm and strong wind, but they are almost the same. But as I've said, there is a slight difference. There is a slight difference. So allow me to give you just 1 minute. You write down, then we move on. There is something I need to show you. There is something I need you to watch in a video. So put down these examples of natural causes of change. Write them down. Then we get to another page where I have prepared for you something. Okay, someone here is telling me I'm done, and I hope even others. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the messages. Kalunji Daphne is talking about soil erosion, correct? The word talked of thunder. Sahara, Amazon, all the way from Gulu City, has talked of lava from volcano. There is volcanic eruption. But this one, okay, we did not complete, we can't finish them all. There are many. So I gave you part of them. Thank you so much, Amazon, for this great answer. Kezia talked of strong wind. Okay. All right. Thank you. Now let's move on. Here we are. Let's talk about floods. Floods we know very well, and this is what happens in Kampala here. Please listen as you watch. That video is showing the state in Kampala after a heavy rain. That is how we suffer. This is just here at Clock Tower, near my home. Are we together? You see, this is a school whereby the compound was full of water and some places of where people stay. So this man is trying to explain. You see the school, the situation is not good.
Kadola chakoze chape ine chamani mutwalo ngufunide musawe musindise yowane motoke mune mpaye kuitaro nesindikayo wa bodo napaye kumisa nenetikayo no muntu mulambe sokola bakasoma tibainangere tibayita mu kyakola amasi tibaina we bayita amasi senga bakuna mase batuyamba ne batukolera bulungi engera kijja kuba kituyamba.
Okay. I'm not sure about the quality of the video, if it has been fine with you out there, the audio and the way it has been playing. Here on my PC, it has been fine, but briefly, let me explain what has been in the video. We've been watching what happens in Kampala when it rains. Number one, we talked about floods as one of the examples of natural causes of change in the environment. And our brothers and sisters in Kasese watched how it happens. For them, they know. Mombe Ewat, I will be coming very soon to Kasese next week. Okay, if God allows, at least I may visit you. So what happens is that water comes from nowhere and flood everywhere. So transport becomes a problem. You can't cross from this side to the other side, as you can see in the picture now on your screen. Almost the whole motorbike is covered with water. Now, how can you cross to the other side? So this is one of the problems of floods. It does not only affect the transport or movement of people with their goods, but it strips away very many things. Our friends in Bwaise and other places within Kampala here, they are either disturbed. You saw a school whereby water covered or occupied the whole premises of the school. Even homes are like that. It can take the property that is found outside. If it enters inside, you find the basins, the plates that are not made out of clay. When they are floating, they can even be taken away. You have nowhere to sleep. Not only that, people can even lose their lives. So this is really a challenge. Now, my question is, I'm going to talk to a few of you. You tell me about the quality of the video, then we shall answer about the causes of floods. What do you think causes floods? I would like to hear from Edward. Edward, tell me, was the video clear? Was it playing well? And did you hear everything? Edward, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. Was the video clear?
Yes, it was.
Were you able to hear everything?
Yes.
Okay, that is very good. Now, as we are talking about floods, what do you think causes floods? What do you think? Seems to be a big question. Let me check with the Mumbe. A what blessed? At least in Kasese, you know what happens when it rains heavily. What causes floods?
Rain.
Rain, correct. When it rains heavily, okay, that heavy downpour leads to floods. Let me hear from Samantha. Samantha, share with us something about floods. Samantha? Samantha, I can't hear from you.
Floods.
Yes.
Samantha. Teacher, floods.
What can you tell us more about floods? Okay. All right. Yes.
Floods lead to rain.
Really? Floods lead to rain. Okay, let us write the causes of flood. We open the book and write causes of floods.
Mommy. Hey, mine was correct. What is that?
Okay, I'm done with her. Number 1, causes of floods. We have heavy rainfall. Say heavy rainfall, just like Mombel has told you. When there is rain and it happens for so long, we see water coming from nowhere, flooding everywhere. That is number 1. Number 2, let's talk about the melting of snow and ice. That is now on top of the mountains, like mountain rainfall. I'm not an SS teacher, but I guess up there, you may find when there is snow. Okay, we have some mountains which have got snow and ice, or we can call it ice or snow, any of the two. So what happens is that time comes, they melt and turn into water. This water flows down the mountain and then it keeps flooding into people's homes, houses, in the garden, sweeping the crops, destroying the property, and actually this is what happens in Kasese, if I'm not mistaken. We are soon coming there with a big team to see how we can give our help there. So this happens for real. In Kampala here, everywhere is almost cemented. And what happens is that this water finds no way of sinking into the soil. So it keeps looking for ways of flowing into the drainage channels, then up to the lake. But on a sad note, the drainage channels are blocked by what? Polythene papers, kavera. Then we have plastic bottles. People drink water and just throw. So these plastics with the polythenes go and block the drainage channels. So we have a very big task of sensitizing the community. That's why under my organization, Green World on My Feet, we try to sensitize people that we need to have a green world, which is good. Let's move on. Another cause of floods is overflowing of rivers. When this water from Kampala and other places go into the water sources like lakes and rivers, some of them become full to the capacity and find themselves extending to people's homes and gardens nearby. So these are some of the causes of floods. We can write them down. And this side, we look at effects of floods. Effects of floods. I need to get to someone here to tell us the effects, about the effects of floods. I need to hear from I know you are writing, be writing as I choose some people here. Okay, there is Ogwal. Ogwal, give us one effect of floods. Then Mwonge Jude, I will get to you. Nimrunj Daniel, I'm coming to you. We are looking at effects of floods. Oh, I can't hear from Ogwal. Let me check. Jude. Jude, may you please tell us one effect of floods? What's happening? My friends can't unmute. Okay, finally, I check with, oh, okay. Monanura Isaiah Dan. May you please talk to me? We are looking at effects of floods. Number one, I say loss of lives. People lose their lives. They die in floods.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, may you please give us one effect of floods?
Yes.
Isaiah,
Yes, teacher.
we are looking at effects of
Teacher.
floods. May you give us one effect of flood apart from people losing their life or death of people? Isaiah Dan, what's happening? I can't hear from you. Okay, since time is moving, we add number two. There is damage of property. Floods damage property. Are we together? These are some of the effects of floods. There is one more that is left. One more effect which is left. What is that? That I need to give you. Apart from loss of lives, damage of property, number three is that some people get injuries. The house may fall down after becoming weak due to floods, and you go away with injuries, with wounds. If not, if you are taken by floods and you try to struggle and survive, of course, you may end up with some other things cutting you. So these are some of the effects of floods. I request you to write them down. Then we shall have the activity. We are left with the 19 minutes to end this lesson, and I always spare time to talk to my parents who are following. Your feedback enables me, together with the entire team, to improve where things might not be moving well. We know very well nobody is perfect 100%. So I always feel like hearing from some of you parents. Some of you have joined for the first time, and you may need to hear from us about this program. You may have your concerns. I talk about joining Google Classroom. So there, I need to get back to you, and we sort out some of the issues that are affecting you that side. So my dear learners, I guess you're about to finish writing. I need to remind you about joining Google Classroom. If you did not join Google Classroom, we are coming there to help you to see that you join Google Classroom. In case, actually, the link is coming in the chat room. So get to the link and join Google Classroom straight away. It doesn't take time. Just 1 minute, you will have joined. Then another link will be for joining WhatsApp group, where you will have communication from us. For example, the timetable and other forms of communication that we may have for you. You will get to know each and everything via the WhatsApp group for our class, that is P3. Then we have the website of Christian School Owners Association Uganda. I will request you to use that link when it comes to visit the website and see a number of options that you can use to get more about this program. I guess you are done. Allow me to bring this set of questions and we look at them. I will get to Kateme. Kateme. Number 1 says, give any 5 causes of natural change in the environment. Are you able to give us even if 2? Let me check with Kateme. Hey, Kateme has gone off banana. Has put the hand down. Okay, no, your hand is still up.
Yes, teacher.
Are you able to give us at least 2 causes of natural change in the environment?
Rain and sunshine.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you for trying, but that is not really. We have just talked about causes of natural change in the environment. I gave you over 9 of them.
Yeah.
Do you remember some that we have just talked about?
Drought.
Good. We have drought, that period when there is much sunshine without rain. Give us one more.
Flood.
Wonderful. We have floods. Nakajubi Cherry is going to add on the list. We have drought. We have floods. Nakajubi.
Yes.
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 May you tell us more natural causes of change?
Thunder.
Wonderful. We have thunder. What next?
Hailstorm.
We have hailstones. Thank you so much. I get to Laura Elan is going to add on the list. Laura, tell us more. Add on the list of the causes, the natural causes of change.
Teacher.
Yes. So far we have thunder, hailstone, drought, floods. What else can we add on the list? The question wants us to give 5. Give us more too. Laura.
Soil erosion. Soil erosion.
Thank you. That one was given by a friend in the chat room. It's correct. We can take it also. What else? Okay, and now these ones, thank you. When you talk about deforestation, now that one is caused by human activity, that is under artificial. We shall look at that one maybe next week. Let me see Nabatan's Esther to answer for us number 2. Number 2 says, mention any 2 causes of floods. Esther, give us some causes of floods.
Two causes of floods are heavy rainfall.
Correct.
Melting of snow and ice, overflowing of rivers.
Wonderful. This is so good. Thank you so much, Nabatan's Esther, for those good answers. Friends, those are some of the causes of floods. Now, number 3 says, write one effect of floods. I would like to get to my friend here, Aquilina. Aquilina is going to tell us one effect of floods, or can it be even 2 effects? This is your first time. Aquilina, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, one effect of floods.
Loss of lives.
Very good. There is loss of lives. This means people die. What else can you tell us?
Damage of properties.
There is damage of property. Can it be a house? Can it be any other thing that is damaged by floods? Thank you so much, Aquilina. Bosorwa is going to tell us number 4. What change in the environment occurs on the slopes of mountains and hills? Oh, isn't this a big question? Let me see. Bosorwa Hashim. Is this big? Are you able to answer? Hashim.
Yes.
The question says, what change in the environment occurs on slopes of mountains and hills?
Meltings of snow and ice.
Very good. That one is correct. For those mountains that have got snow up there can melt. Okay, this is natural. But in the list that we wrote down, there is something I would like to hear. Apart from that one, what else can happen on a hill or on a mountain? Yes?
Landslides.
Very good. Thank you so much. I've been looking for that word, landslides. Yeah, landslides in Bududa and the Bundibujo kills many people there or affects people. We shall have Divine. Divine is going to tell us about the cause of drought. Divine, what do you think causes drought?
Heavy rain causes floods.
Thank you, but for you are talking about floods. It is really heavy rainfall that causes floods. But now for me, I'm looking at question number 5, which says, name one cause of drought.
Sunshine is the cause of drought.
Okay, that is so good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sunshine, or the sun shining for so long causes drought. I have my friend here, Navdua Emanuela Blessed, wants to talk to me. Okay, much as I have no question next, I would like to hear from Navdua. This must be from Bali or where? Yes, Emanuela. May you please unmute and answer my question. My question is, in which district are you? Yes?
Mbarara.
Oh, you are in Mbarara. Okay, that is so good. Is this your first time to learn with us?
No.
Okay. Did you join Google Classroom?
Yes.
That is so good. Thank you. Allow me to talk to Ahumuza Merisa. Ahumuza, your hand is down, but I would like to talk to you. At times I see you raising up your hand, and I had wanted to give you the opportunity I found when your hand is down. So Ahumuza, may I speak to you? Parents, I would like to hear from you now. I'm getting to parents in the remaining 7 minutes. Every hand which is up, I want it down, and I hear from the parents. Ahumuza, are you there? What happened, Marisa? Okay. I can't hear from her. All right. Ahumuza, Melissa. I would like to hear from you. Then, oh, there are so many hands which are up. Friends, don't raise up your hand anymore. I need only parents. Don't block parents from talking to me. Ahumuza. Melissa. Ahumuza. I can't hear from you. And you are.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. How are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you so much for struggling to raise your hand up. By the time I wanted to give you the opportunity, you had put the hand down, but still, I said I need to talk to you. In which district are you?
Kampala.
Oh, you are here in Kampala. Okay, that is so good. Thank you so much for speaking to me. Okay, friends, this marks the end of our lesson today. I request don't raise up your hand. I need to talk to a few parents, like 2, and we end this lesson. Napoleon from Dokolo, I have seen your messages on WhatsApp. I will talk to you soon, okay? So I'm not going to give you the opportunity to talk to us on Zoom here. We have only 4 minutes to end the lesson. The parent of Brian, is this, I don't know how this first name is mentioned. Rome, okay. Again, the hand is down. Okay, Nkong. Let me hear from the parent of Nkong. Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, please.
Thank you for the initiative of teaching our kids. However,
yes, sir.
There was some bit of correction that I had realized.
Okay.
When we talked of natural changes,
yes, please.
There's where you say the causes of natural changes, and we gave them as floods, landslides.
Yeah.
And we had learned about that topic, and they gave us causes as sunshine. Like sunshine can cause drought.
Okay.
Then rain can cause flood.
Okay.
And then strong wind can cause storm. So in the other first one, like the examples of the natural changes, like there are floods, drought, storm, but not causes. So I don't know. Even I'd sent you a message for clarification.
Okay. Oh,
yes.
Thank
That's
you
why
so much for that.
There's a kid who was giving exactly what we have, where he said sunshine causes drought. Okay. And then you rejected it, yes. And even as we have them as what? As causes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for that. Actually, this is why I want to hear from you so that we can as well correct in case there is something not clear. I'm going to check with my book here and as well make more research about this, so we shall be able to correct everything. Thank you so much for your support. All right.
You are welcome. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome. I would like to hear from the parent of Nimlonji Daniel. Then we shall have the closing prayer. The parent of Nimlonji Daniel.
Yes.
Yes. Is the parent there who wants to talk to me?
Yes, teacher.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, our time is over. We need to end the lesson. Friends, we have examples of the causes of not change. Then we have the real causes. However, we did not again differentiate between the two. So next time we shall start from there. Are we together? This lesson was made possible with the funding from Edify Uganda, organized by Christian School Owners Association of Uganda, and finally implemented by ITAU, that is ICT Teachers Association of Uganda. So at this time, allow me to end with a closing prayer led by one of you, someone to lead us in the closing prayer. Okay, there is a slight challenge here. All right. So someone to lead us, Gideon Onyango Differs. May you lead us in the closing prayer? Gideon Onyango. Gideon. Oh, I can't hear from him. All right, let's have, all right. Yes, Gideon, may you lead us in the closing prayer?
Humble yourself before God. Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you, God, for everything. I hope you give us how teach us how to learn and guide us. So in thy name, God, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Gideon, for leading us in the closing prayer.